Alex Marvez interviews Jeff Jarrett, and then we move on. So then Swerve Strickland comes out. No, I'm kidding. We'll actually talk about it.
Are we gonna?
It lasted longer than it should have. So let's just at least talk about it. First off, Karen Jarrett interrupts Jeff Jarrett and was like, remember, that's not you. You don't do the getting
not
the
anymore.
Mud.
She threw that in because right when she first said that's not you, I was like, the fuck it isn't.
Yeah, not
and
anymore.
She was like, not anymore. And I was like, all right, well, I guess.
And Jeff Jarrett did every, hey, I know the famous roads in this town speech. Whatever. And then he even like tries to name drop Jerry the King Lawler, which LOL with the AEW crowd. We know what he did.
Give a shit about that guy. Yeah.
Well, yeah. We know what he did. So like, ain't no one fucking cheering that guy. And fucking whoop-de-doo, right? So we talk about Max. We leave that for whatever reason. And then he goes, you guys believed in me. And they're like, sure, fine. And then he goes, so Moxley, let's get out here and talk. And Claudio goes, get out of here, you country bumpkin piece of shit. What? And then he goes, nobody gets to Moxley without getting through me first. And then Jeff Jarrett goes, hey, then me and you next week in a 5
you're gonna have to kill me.
Yeah, I'm gonna face Moxley because you're gonna have to kill me. Okay.
Well, I like that Claudio said, beating you to death, interesting proposition or something like that.
Yeah. Jeff Jarrett's not winning.
No.
He's
unless somebody takes out Claudio on the side, right, to do some beef there, right? And then Claudio's now enraged at this person and Jeff Jarrett gets,
I think the easiest thing is MJF costs Jeff Jarrett the match. LOL. We move on to what?
Or MJF helps Jeff Jarrett and he's like, see, I told you I can help you. Work with me.
Yeah.
Go back to that. Theo P 75 in the chat says, you mean the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. NWO 2000 silver and black, Jeff Jarrett.
Yep. So here's what I'm getting aggravated with is why
Jeff
do
Jarrett.
we have, well, yes, but why do we have two of our most promising stars, Hangman Adam Page and MJF, two guys that you build companies around at this point in their career, right? This isn't year one. At this point in their career,
arguably the two biggest main characters you've had. Well, maybe not. Kenny Omega was the main character for a while.
Well, yeah, but you have one with Christopher Daniels and then the other one with Jeff Jarrett.
This feels like we took the TNA guys and gave them power again, right? And now they're like, you know what the people really want to see? Oh, Christopher Daniels go out there one last time. That'll really succinct Hangman's stardom with this crowd. That'll really give him the final rub the Hangman needs to get over with the AEW crowd.
Well, that one, okay, right? Because that one feels like we're done and it's going to lead to something better. This, though, with Jeff Jarrett and MJF.
But same thing, right? Like, that's what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Yeah, I hope maybe Jeff Jarrett is taking one for the team, and this is going to lead to him getting motherfucking murdered.
Yeah.
To, like, set Moxley in or something like Jeff Jarrett is going to be left hanging for dead. That's my hope. That's terrible.
The only thing I can think of is they're going to, they're going to the southern part of the country. They think Jeff Jarrett, who is Mr. Southern Wrestling in AEW, right? Like if you're going to say anyone in AEW who's Southern Wrestling, it's like him and Dustin Rhodes.
Whose old territory days sounds like, Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I think they're on that he's on TV. But fun fact, no one wants him on TV. No one.
Look, I could, so even if you got a bunch of people to tell you like, yeah, that's fine. They would like something better, I guarantee you. If you put something better out, they would be like, oh, this instead? Yeah, no. Don't give me that Jeff Jarrett.
Well, so later in the show, and we'll get to it, MJF comes out to continue the fucking story, right?
Which is weird because I
then,
thought maybe he wasn't involved anymore. I thought maybe that was done.
Yeah, well, two things. One, why didn't you just come out when he was talking? And then two, if you now this is breaking kayfabe, but if you're breaking kayfabe, take the Jeff Jarrett segment, give it to, I don't know, Powerhouse Hobbs because he just had an awesome match with John Moxley.
Yeah, all we got was one little promo from him.
That's what I'm saying. You condense MJF and Jeff Jarrett into one segment. You give the other segment to Powerhouse Hobbs to lead him into something.
So I will say this. They did have to throw together a skeleton crew. So I don't know who was there. Maybe Powerhouse Hobbs was sent via phone, right? So maybe he couldn't be on site or something like that. But Tino kind of says it right here. Even though we're talking about old timers and territory days, I'd rather see the Rock and Roll Express in the damn ring than these guys.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, we did see Rock and Roll Express, unfortunately. That was pretty cool.
We did. We'll talk about them later. Yeah. But again, it's still, we said we had a sub clip of this last week. It was Old Guy Night Dynamite, and we're kind of doing it again this week.
And I get it. If there is, but here's another crazy concept. I don't know, Tim, let me just throw this at you.
Okay.
A second women's match?
Oh, I know. Tom, we don't have to. We're not federally mandated to do equal opportunity employment anymore. So,
my God, yeah,
there'll be no women's matches now. We don't have to do that here anymore.
I mean, the Excel spread. Here's the thing that I'll say about the show. We did maybe have a skeleton crew, but we had the same Excel spreadsheet because right before the main event was the women.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is it that way? Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be.